Hi, I'm Corey Weatherton, Director of Product Development for the Jayco Motorhome Group, and I've got something super special to show you today. It is the brand new 2025 Jayco Greyhawk. Now, before we get started, I always like to point out the floor plan. This is the 27U Greyhawk, and I tell you that simply because when we're inside the coach, some of you guys are going to fall in love with this floor plan right away. You're going to wonder what it is, and it is the 27U Greyhawk. So the 2025 Jayco Greyhawk. What makes a Greyhawk, and what are some of the differences? First and foremost, I'll tell you, all of our Greyhawks are built on the E450 chassis. This chassis is a great chassis for us, and in reality, the majority of the industry is using it. However, we're doing some things differently to the suspension, which I'll get to here in a moment. But this is a V8 engine and a 6-speed transmission. It does very well for this size of a motorhome, and we have had zero problems with it. It is a great running chassis. So first and foremost, it's on the E450 chassis. Second of all, I want to point out, as you can see, this coach has been optioned with full body paint. It's brand new for this model year. We've got 4 different options. Say this gray and blue combo scheme isn't for you. We do have other color options, but this is optioned this way, so it's not going to be standard. What makes a Greyhawk a Greyhawk? First and foremost, I'll tell you, our hallmark claim to fame is this one-piece fiberglass front cap. Class C's, if you do not know, if you're new to the RV industry, new to motorhoming, Class C fronts are incredibly notorious for leaking water. Our sidewall comes all the way to the front of this cap, and our bunk platform comes all the way over. With all of our competitors, they will have a horizontal seam that runs the length of this cap, or at least 2/3 of this cap. That seam is known to leak within the industry. And here at Jayco, we are the absolute only ones that put this one-piece fiberglass front cap over that seam to protect your investment. And we do that because, quite frankly, we value your investment. This cap, the concept isn't proprietary to us. The shape and the mold is, but anybody could do that. But at the same time, they don't. We want to protect your investment. This Jayco Greyhawk will protect your investment by covering that seam. Also on a Greyhawk, we do have molded fiberglass front wings. And so rather than your normal butt joint here on the corner like you'll find on the Redhawk, you will actually have a molded fiberglass wing here, just really to help out with wind noise, also with more aerodynamic, and it gives it a nice, beautiful finished look. You're also going to find integrated fiberglass running boards into this. So with our Greyhawk, you are getting some amenities that our Redhawk does not have. Also, you're going to notice right away we have the chrome mirrors. Our Redhawk will have your standard black mirrors, but on this Greyhawk you do get a little bit more eye appeal with these chrome ones that also have integrated side cameras. So I wanted to point that out first and foremost because you are getting upgrades with our Greyhawk that you wouldn't normally with a Redhawk. So also, I mentioned earlier that everybody in the industry is building on this E450 chassis or even an E350 chassis. What makes Jayco unique in our builds and what we do? You see, our goal at Jayco is for you to use this as much as possible. And so as a result, at each of our different trim levels, whether it's our Redhawk SE, Redhawk, or now our Greyhawk, we want to be the quietest riding, best handling coach at each price point, because we believe that if this drives well and if it handles better and it's a great experience, you're going to be using it more. We'd hate for you to buy this and then have a horrible driving experience. This should be in the campgrounds at Yosemite. You shouldn't be staying at a hotel in Yosemite if you own this. And so we've done some things to this coach to help it drive and handle better. So what are those things? Well, we call it our JRide Plus package. So on this coach, we've done 5 different things. First of all, we have computer balanced this drive shaft. When we stretch chassis, we go from a 2-piece drive shaft to a 3-piece drive shaft. We have the company that upfits our chassis, upfit meaning adds the risers and the cross members that the house sits on. As they stretch this chassis, they put all 3 drive shafts together and they balance them as one. And as we take that as tight as computer possible, we have found that we've eliminated a lot of white background noise inside of this coach. And I'll tell you, if you drive one of our competitors' motorhomes, you won't get a shake or shimmy, but it will be a little bit louder simply because they're not balancing all 3 3 drive shafts together like we are. The second thing we're doing to this coach is we have added Hellwig helper springs on the rear of the coach. Hellwig helper springs are one of the components, it doesn't all hinge upon the Hellwig helper springs, but one of the things that allows us to have a 7,500 pound tongue weight capacity on this coach. Every E450 will safely tow 7,500 pounds. Now that's safely flat tow. All of our competitors have a tongue weight rating of 500 pounds. We're the only ones that have this 10% ratio between the 7,500 and 750 pound tongue capacity. So that's going to be important for you if you're pulling a horse trailer, a cargo trailer, anything that has tongue weight. And if you're going to maximize the towing capacity of this, we are the only ones that you can safely tow that weight. Also on this coach, we're adding rubber isolation mounts. Now that is on all 4 corners of this cab. And then the fun fact is that when Ford ships us these chassis, every manufacturer gets these rubber isolation mounts. Every manufacturer has 4 rubber isolation mounts on this cab. We are the only manufacturers that reinstall them in the rear. See, when we get this chassis, there's 7 to 8 rubber isolation mounts running up each side of the frame rail. Every other manufacturer takes them off and leaves them off. We reinstall them. See, Ford has put those on this chassis to reduce road noise and vibration. We think that Ford knows what they're doing, so we have reinstalled them on both sides of the rear axle to eliminate that road noise and vibration. The next thing we're doing to this coach is we are adding Koni FSD shocks. Those are premium shocks. They give you both comfort and stability. They're a dual valve shock, and so let's say you're cornering on a clover leaf, getting off the interchange. Your coach starts to maybe want to experience a little bit of body roll, but those Koni shocks know that, and so they have one valve that'll open up and let just a little hydraulic fluid through to give you the stability you need. But those shocks being dual valved, you're going down the road and you hit a massive pothole, both valves will open up and dump a lot of hydraulic fluid through it so that you experience the comfort you need. These shocks are incredible. They're a high-end shock, as I mentioned, and we are doing that on this Greyhawk to give you that quietest ride, best handling at this price point. Now, the final thing we're doing suspension-wise on this coach, we are removing Ford's rear stabilizer bar and we're installing an oversized stabilizer bar. So Ford puts a 1-inch stabilizer bar on the rear of this coach. We actually take that off and we put an 1.5 inches on. As we increase that just by a 1/2 inch, we have gained about 62 to 64% more stability with this coach. So stability is that left to right rocking. So there again, as you're cornering on a clover leaf, or potentially you hit that pothole and your body wants to start to roll, this stabilizer bar that we've added increases the stability by 62 to 64%. So I first and foremost want to point that out because I guarantee you, you drive this Greyhawk and then go drive something at a relatively comparable price point, you will notice a big difference because of our JRide Plus. So let's walk back this coach and kind of pick up some of the visual cues that we have from this and just talk about more of the Greyhawk. First and foremost, the 2+3 warranty. That is a big deal to you as a customer. Do you realize that within the industry, everybody else building a Class C will simply have a 1-year limited warranty? We give you a 2-year limited warranty. Why do we double that? Why do we extend it compared to our competitors? Because as I mentioned, we value your investment. We have a high confidence level in the build quality of this coach that we can give you a 2-year warranty. Once again, that number 2 is not proprietary to us. Anybody could do it, but we are the only ones that do it. And then also a 3-year structural warranty. On all of our E450 chassis, you'll also find that we're adding a cat strap. The cat strap we started adding approximately 2 years ago once catalytic converter theft became mainstream within this country. And it's unfortunate that we have to do it, but at the same time we do it to protect your investment, but then also to limit downtime on dealerships' lots. See, we were finding, we're getting calls from customers, we're getting calls from dealers that these were just unusable simply because somebody had snuck onto the lot in the middle of the night, or maybe your own property in the middle of the night, and they had taken your catalytic converter. And Ford had a months-long back order on all of these. So from the OE level, we felt like it was super easy for us to help deter the theft of that. So all of our E450s, we are adding this cat strap to protect your catalytic converter. Coming back to coach, you're going to find frameless windows on this unit. We love our frameless windows. Why is that? Because framed windows will break down with time. The seal that goes around that frame, the UV rays will be baking on it, and then with time, that will be a future leak point on any motorhome. So we've added these frameless windows there again to protect your investment. We value your investment, and so we've done that to help you with the longevity of this coach. You will also find right down below a set of JBL exterior speakers. New for 2025, we've added premium audio to our motorhome, specifically this Greyhawk. We've given you exterior JBL premium speakers, and then once we get inside of the coach, you'll see some also added audio components that we've done inside. But I want to point that out because I know a lot of you like to tailgate with these. A lot of you like to play music while you're camping. Some of you don't. If you don't, that's fine. You don't have to use them, but we wanted to give you that premium audio experience. Now, this is the 27U floor plan, as I mentioned, so you're going to see that our baggage areas for this size of a motorhome are definitely generous. We've got storage compartment, our LPs behind this door. You're going to notice we have a 6-gallon gas electric rapid recovery hot water heater. So you can run it off of propane, you can run it off of electricity, or you can run it off of both propane and electricity. And then what will happen at that point, it becomes rapid recovery. So that 6 gallons kind of magically becomes 18 gallons in 1 hour. So I want to point that out because that's a big deal to you, the customer. It is a great benefit for you. We do have a 30,000 BTU furnace inside of this coach. All of our Greyhawks have that 30,000 BTU furnace, and then we keep coming back and we've got a couple more storage compartments. The length of this coach, the duration of this coach, you will see that we do have an awning with integrated LED light. Our goal for you in any of our motorhomes is to give you the largest awning possible. Why is that? Because we want to extend your living space. If you can only live inside of this coach and not outside, you're not being able to enjoy the outside when it's raining, when it's misting. Maybe some of you guys are cold weather campers when it's snowing. We want to give you the length of the awning for the majority of the side of the coach. So that's going to be a huge benefit for you. As I mentioned, an integrated LED light. Some things that we won't see simply because we're not on top of the coach. This has a full fiberglass roof. You don't have to worry about TPO, you don't have to worry about PVC, you don't have to worry about conditioning. This fiberglass roof, it's one sheet, fully walkable, and will support your body weight without a question. Now, we don't put a weight rating on the roof, but I will tell you, when I was a regional sales manager for Jayco, part of my territory was northern Quebec, northern Saskatchewan. I have seen a couple feet of snow, 3 feet of snow on the top of this coach, and you're totally golden. Standard on this coach is going to be a 15,000 BTU air conditioner with a heat pump, but you can option dual ACs if you want, and at that point it becomes dual 13.5s. So if you're in the warmer climates, I would encourage you to go ahead and option that because those dual ACs will definitely be better off for you. On the top of this coach, you will have 200 watts of solar. That is standard with a dual controller, meaning it's monitoring your house batteries, 2 of them, and then also your chassis battery. So that's going to be important for maintaining those batteries while it's in storage or even while it's in use. Also on the roof of this coach, you have the Winegard 2.0 Connect. Great, great, great product for you to have as a customer. It is a Wi-Fi range extender, which that function is free when you're at the campgrounds, you're parked farther away from, say, the office where the router is. It will grab that signal and it will intensify it, and you'll have a great signal. The second function of this, we give it to you, but it's not free, so I just caution you with that. It is a 4G LTE hotspot. So you can option this coach, you can choose to, through Winegard or through your cell provider, get a SIM card, and you can use this as a monthly subscription if you'd like, if you desire to do work on the road or even stream going down the road, because all of our televisions are smart televisions. But we've added that to this Winegard 2.0 simply for your benefit. So I want to point that out to you. But that all sits on top of that solid one sheet fiberglass roof. Coming back to coach, I want to show you the rear of the coach some. Not a lot to see back here, but enough for you to see. On the back of the coach, you will notice that we do have a rear backup camera, which you're going to find on a lot of coaches this day and age. But I will also tell you that we have a third brake light. Most motorhome manufacturers are only giving you 2 lower brake lights. That's great. That is at eye level if you're driving in a car behind. But if you are towing that trailer, the horse trailer, or even flat towing your car on a aluminum trailer, these can at times become obstructed. So we've given you the third brake light for added safety. And then finally, the last thing I want to show you on the rear of this coach is that our water bay. Our water bay is very, very easy to understand and use. And so as a result, we do have a diagram on the inside of this. You can set it up for your city fixtures, which is a pass-through. You can fill the tank for your sanitization, and then also normal or winterizing. So we've labeled everything. We've made it clear. There's a light inside of this coach. We do have the power off at this, a light inside of this bay. We do have the power off at this time, but at the same time, it's super convenient for you. As I did mention, this does have a 7,500 pound tow capacity with that 750 pound tongue rating. You may see some manufacturers put an 8,000 pound hitch on here, but simply because they put an 8,000 pound hitch, it does not mean it can safely tow that. It can only safely tow that if the vehicle is not to its maximum capacity. We anticipate it'll be to its maximum capacity. Everybody likes to overload these or just really bump to the edge as they put their camping supplies in here, so it can safely tow at its full gross vehicle weight rating, 7,500 pounds, with a 750 pound tongue capacity. So this has been the outside of the Jayco Greyhawk 27U. Let's go inside and check out the rest of it. Alrighty, so we are inside this absolutely beautiful 2025 Jayco Greyhawk, and as I mentioned, 27U floor plan. Some of the things I want to show you in here, we'll start at the front of the coach for some new additions for this model year. Sticking with the chassis, that being our first theme on the outside, we'll do it on the inside. New for this year, we have added a very large Sony head unit. So head unit is industry lingo as far as your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, your radio, your Sirius XM. Cool thing about what we've done for this year, we have listened to you. We have heard that just the way the cab area is designed, that sometimes it's hard to see your GPS as you're going down the road. So great thing about this unit is it does swivel. It goes towards the driver or towards the passenger. Also, this is a higher end head unit, so as a result, it is minimal glare. So on those sunny days, we have increased your viewing of your directions because we know it's important to you, and a lot of you have brought that up, so we have changed that new for this model year. So I think you're gonna love that feature on this. Our driver and passenger seats do swivel, so they become part of your living area, and that happened last year as well, prior year as well, so that's not new, but just wanted to point that out. But new for this year in the cab area is the head unit. Also new for this year, as I mentioned on the outside, is our JBL premium sound. So you're going to see in some of our floor plans, we have added a JBL sound bar. Other floor plans, we've added a JBL Aura Cube. So the goal with this is to increase your audio experience inside the coach. And so where we've added the JBL soundbar, it is connected to your interior TV. You can also Bluetooth your phone to it, and so you can stream anything you'd like from your favorite apps. Other floor plans, as I mentioned, we do have the JBL Aura Cube, and that will be mounted generally on one of these bunk wings. And then with that, it will be connected to your television. If the coach has an outside television, it'll be connected to that as well, 2 different zones. And then you can also Bluetooth through your phone. So we wanted to improve your audio experience for this year. We get monthly surveys from you folks after you get ownership of a coach. 6 months into ownership, we will send you a survey and you fill it out, send it back, and I'll tell you, I read the majority of these. And we do have inside the company, our customer service and warranty department, they're reading absolutely every one of them. But we do take your comments seriously, and we wanted to improve your audio experience for model year 2025. What we love about this coach is just how small it is, but how large it is. This dinette and kitchen is on a slide, so in a 29-foot, almost 30-foot coach, it does feel very large. And so our dinette is exclusive to us. It is a legless dinette. I love it. It's very simple to use. In order to use it, I simply lift up the end of the table, take my hand in the back, and it pivots down. There's a gas strut in there. Once these seat cushions are out of the way, I can slide them over and it becomes a sleeping area. and then to bring it up, I just simply bring it up and it locks back into place. There's no wiggle, there's no play, it doesn't drop down after time. So it is a great feature for you. This, as I mentioned, turns into a sleeping area, but what happens when you're driving? At Jayco, we are the only manufacturer that gives you a seat belt in every seating position. We give you safety. We care about your safety. So this coach has 2 seat belts in the cab, 2 here, 2 there, and then 2 over in that optioned theater seat. So this could safely seat belt and haul 8 people. Now, we're not required by law to put seat belts in this rear-facing dinette, but we do it to you free of charge. I know some manufacturers will give you seat belts in this area, but they're going to charge you for it. We believe it's the right thing to do, so we give you seat belts in every seating position for free. Why? Because it's safe. You don't have to option it. It is standard with this. Also coming back, I already mentioned the optioned theater seats in this coach. What I love about these are they are powered, and so simply pushing a button, they do go out, and I can get into my desired reclined position, and then when I'm done, go ahead and close it up. There is a USB port in that, as well as you got your 2 cup holders and then a nice cubby area for remotes or even your cell phone. So it is optioned this way. These do run off of your 1,000-watt inverter. So if you're on a dealership's lot checking this out and you push the button and they don't go out, make sure the inverter's turned on. That's going to be a key thing. This coach is powered by a 4,000-watt generator. So it is a quiet generator and it has enough power for this 30-amp coach. As I already mentioned, standard in this coach is 15K with a heat pump in the front and nothing in the rear, or you can option dual 13.5s. The one that we're in has been optioned with dual 13.5s. Getting back into the kitchen area, you will notice that our cabinet overlay is absolutely beautiful. A lot of RVs, as you open these doors, you will see these vertical stiles on the face frame. At Jayco, we want it to feel a little bit more residential, so we've oversized our cabinet doors and drawer fronts to reduce those visible stiles. So you'll notice over here in the kitchen that even on this kitchen cabinet door, it's a single door, we have given you oversized cabinet doors to hide those to make it look a little bit more residential. This has been the front of the coach. Let's flip-flop around so I can show you the back end of this coach. So you're facing the other direction, obviously, but I'm still in the kitchen. I want to finish talking about the kitchen. This has a 10 cubic foot, 12-volt refrigerator. As you'll notice, it is a very ample size refrigerator, as well as a nice size freezer. Within this freezer, if you wanted to, you could put your Thanksgiving turkey, or probably 15 to 20 boxes of ice cream bars if you're into that. But a lot of room inside of this. You can option a larger refrigerator on this floor plan. It'll take you up to a 15 cubic foot. Now, just to caution you, we do not option that in every floor plan, so make sure you check our website for which ones we do, or also talk to your local dealer about that. When you option the larger refrigerator, you do lose out on this pantry area. Some of you, this pantry area is great for your cereal. It's great for your boxes of pasta, a lot of food in there. Some folks even use it for clothes. But if you choose to, this is not needed and you'd rather have the larger refrigerator, you can have the larger refrigerator. This is a 3-burner gas propane cooktop. So what I love about this is you don't have any wire up here. This is cast, and so it is held down with compression, so it's not going to rattle going down the road, and it gives you plenty of cooktop space. Also your LED illuminated knobs. Now, why is that on here? Like, why in the world does Jayco do that? We understand that a lot of you guys like Christmas, and these look like Christmas tree lights, and so we give you the LED knobs. That's not a true statement, but I know we all love Christmas and we love LED. But this is great for, really for a nightlight feature if you'd like to. Getting up in the middle of the night, if you know you're going to come into the kitchen area, you do have this nightlight feature, which is just casts enough light not to bother you while you're sleeping, but at the same time gives you visible light as you're walking through. You could also leave on your accent lighting if you'd choose to, which is under your countertop, but then also over your slide outs. There again, depending on what sort of light you like, and as you're sleeping or in the evening for ambiance, is up to you. You will notice that we do have a wireless cell phone charger, as well as there's a USB side port on that. And so that is trying to keep you connected as much as you want to be connected. Now, obviously you don't have to use that, but we know a lot of us are are unfortunately tethered to our phones. We want you to stay charged, so you've got that there, as well as an 120 volt outlet underneath this cabinet here. You're also going to notice a nice residential size microwave. You're not getting a small RV microwave inside of this coach. You're getting a large residential one. Why does that matter? Because if you've made a casserole the night before, you're going to need to be able to heat up your casserole. So we've given you ample size to be able to do that for all of your warming up needs, or even if you're just a general microwave baker or cooker. I don't know, I think it's probably baker. You're able to use your residential for that. Right behind me, you're going to notice this coach is powered by the BM Pro system. And so this is a whole house control. Great thing about the BM Pro system is I can download an app to my phone, and I can actually control my coach from my phone. Just so you know, as I walk inside of this coach, I hit my 12 volt disconnect power over by the door, and this BM Pro starts to boot up. And so we understand there's a boot up process because this is a tablet based multiplex system. But the great thing about that is I don't have to wait for this whole thing to boot up. I do have manual buttons down below. So if the coach is dark, I simply hit light number 1 and it turns on all of my lights. Let's say I want to get my slides out before this is booted. The boot up process, in case you wonder, is about 30 seconds, but if you're impatient and you want to get this party started, you can simply push an over arrow. You can run your awning out by A1, hit extend. I can do slide 1, which is my front one, hit extend. Slide 2, which is my rear slide, just hit extend. So those manual buttons are absolutely vital, I think, for you as a customer, just so you don't have to wait for that to boot up. But as I mentioned, you can download an app to your phone. You'll be able to totally control the house portion of this. 30 amp coach with a power control system. What does that mean? That power control system is for you. You can run this coach off of 15 amps if you'd like. Granted, it's not the whole coach, 20 amps or even 30 amps. The great thing about this, we've put this on here for you standard, is so that if you're at home and you're plugged into your garage outlets are generally 20 amps, or let's say you're plugged in outside of your house, those are generally 15 amps. You can cycle through incoming amperage and it'll make it so that you're not constantly tripping the house breaker, because this does want to run off of 30 amps. And if you're running off of 20 amps, it's an overload for your house breaker. I can set it at 20 and it'll regulate the energy on this coach. So coming back into the bedroom area, you will notice that we have a nice wardrobe area off to my right with a bank of drawers down below, and then a solid close-off door here. So we're not giving you an accordion door. This is a solid pocket-style door. It'll slide across to give you a full closeout if you'd like to. The bathroom inside of this coach is very ample sized. You will notice that we do have stainless fixtures and hardware inside of this. The shower in here is a very large shower for you to be able to get in and wash up and not feel like you're bumping everything with utilizing this. So nice sized bathroom for this coach, nice medicine cabinet, and then also storage down below the sink. A large bed here. This is a great large bed. This is going to be a full walk around bed. Now, a question on this floor plan: how do I get the slide in with this size of a bed? It does have a hinged mattress, so your bottom third will fold up and over in order for you to close this slide. Some of you guys don't mind that, other of you do. If you mind that, we do have other floor plans where you don't have to worry about hinging the mattress, but obviously in a small coach with this east-west oriented bed, generally you will find a hinged mattress. Massive overheads above your bed. Plenty of room for blankets, for books, for absolutely anything inside of this that you'd like to store. There is no partition in between each door, so you can put longer items inside of this cabinet if you'd like. Overhead reading lights, and then on your nightstands, wireless charging as well. Inside, you will, back in this wardrobe area, we do have adjustable shelving on this side, and then as we come over to this side, we've got more adjustable shelving with banks of drawers down below. As I mentioned, your clothes hanging rod is going to be in your wardrobe that's by your bathroom. Something I want to point out is this coach has been optioned with a bedroom television. This bedroom television is a smart TV. It's optioned. So if you don't like TVs in your bedroom, Don't option it that way, but we know a lot of you like to unwind at night by watching television, so we've given you a smart television inside of this. And also down below the television, you will notice a wireless remote to be able to control your BM Pro system. That way, if your phone is charging, you can take this and you can control your coach from inside, really anywhere. It functions just like a television remote. You've seen the outside of the coach, you've seen the inside of the coach, and I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this video. This has been the brand new 2025 Jayco Greyhawk 27U. If you're interested in finding out more about this motorhome, I want to encourage you to contact your local dealer. If you don't know who your local dealer is, come to our website and in your dealer locator, enter your zip code. It'll tell you who the closest dealer is to you that stocks the Jayco Greyhawk. Also, if you have technical questions, feel free to always call our factory and ask for a regional sales manager. That's the key thing. There's one of me, but we have many regional sales managers. Contact us. They'll ask you what state or province you're from, and then our receptionist will connect you to our regional sales manager who's responsible for your territory. They'd love to answer any technical questions you have and help you out in any way possible. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. As I mentioned, your time today has been valuable to us. I think you're going to love the changes to this 2025 Jayco Greyhawk. Go to your dealership, take it for a drive. You're going to see what I mean by quietest riding, best handling in each price point. Corey Weatherton, Director of Product Development for Jayco Motorhomes. Thanks again.